Buzzing behind your eyes? Because you know in a moment they could all
Witness angels out of time. The end's not loud, it's quiet crime. And I'm the verse that won't resign. When the world ends, I'll rhyme the last sound. Turn the ashes to beats. Underground, no feeling. I've been found in the ruins. My truth resounds when the world ends. I'll still stand tall. Leave my lines on a crumbling wall. If this is doomsday, then hear my call. The poet survives it all. They told me words can't save the world, but words built it brick by word. Every pain I spit, rebirth from fallen gods to reborn dirt. I wrote for ghosts, for lost to sin, for every voice trapped deep within. You want hope, then start again. Right here where the void begins, I'm the ink on apocalypse skin. The scream of truth, they buried in sin while they pray for peace within. I turn despair into violin. If heaven's real, it's quiet. If hell exists, it's crowded. But here I stand between both, pen in hand, fire in throat. I saw the sun die twice before, watched oceans flood my metaphor. Time collapsed, I wrote some more. Ink became my final war. Every rhyme a pulse I saved, every beat is soul engraved. Even when the end misbehaved, my words they disobeyed. So when they bury sound in sky, I'll still echo, I won't die. I'll write the verse to question why and sign it with the last goodbye. When the world ends, around the last sound, turn the ashes to beats. Underground, no fear left. I've been found in the ruins. My truth resounds when the world ends. I'll still stand tall, leave my lines on a crumbling wall. If this is doomsday, then hear my call. The poet survives it all. Maybe the end was just a verse, and maybe I was meant to write it first.
They said slow down, you rap too fast. I said you think too slow, now watch me cut seconds in half. Now watch me cut seconds in half. I'm a syllable surgeon, incision exact, killing the rhythm with critical tact. Minimal flaws, not clinical craft. Every decimal measure, mechanical wrath. Mind's wired tight like a bomb with math. Every tick in my brain's an aftermath. Precision addict, syntax savage. Words so sharp they pierce through static. No pause, no breath, autopsy beats. Cut each bar, no need for sheets. I bleed in code, I speak in math. Flow like blade work, psychopath. Psychotic precision, my mind's incision. Words collide, that's nuclear vision. Every line time with exact division. No religion, it's pure decision. Psychotic precision, I rhyme like system. No glitch, no fear, no victim. Every pulse of the beat's my rhythm. I don't rap by algorithm. Split the atom of sound, now I'm infinite. Rhyme so tight, they suffocate ignorance. Did you dance? I code my deliverance. Each punchline leaves permanent fingerprints. You rap emotion, I rap momentum. Every line hits, that's kinetic venom. I twist tempo, bend dimension. Lyrical ghost with live extension. Calculating chaos with razor aim. Never miss syllables, never miss name. Time bends back when I spit this flame. I make perfection sound insane. You call it obsession, I call it discipline. Every breath I take is measured to destroy. You call it obsession, I call it discipline. Every breath I take is measured to destroy. You call it obsession, no, call it discipline. Every breath I take is measured to destroy. Double time throttle, no toggle, just rage. Neurons scribble like beasts in cage. I write with scars engrave my stage. Each line burns holes through page. Microsecond memory, blink I rhyme. Every tick a trip wire through time. Can't outthink me, I'm design. A human glitch, divine in crime. I break down grammar, building new blueprints written in gray and blue. I don't chase fame, I chase truth and kill perfection inside the booth. Psychotic precision, I rhyme with mission. Each incision, divine collision. If pain's math, then I'm addition. Every scar's my composition. Psychotic precision, I'm bleeding bars. Track my pulse, it charts on Mars. I'm not human, I'm coded scars. My flaws align, they form my stars. You call it madness, I call it accuracy. And that's the difference between us. You call it madness, I call it accuracy. And that's the difference between us. You call it madness, I call it. The wall just started feeling close, the conversation moving small, let's go. I'm feeling like it's money, just right, no rules, like the quarter realization that it's still in go. Maybe I rode you the way my Yeah. Not contained, don't let the walls just start a feeling cause of conversation, loop with smaller goals. Thinking like arenas, this first was I require realization at the ceiling drop. I'm 80 out rolls, either with my hate peeps setting limits. I didn't know this before, I'm not frustrated. On my stricter than restrict as a sign, it's the echo of ideas with nowhere to go. I don't argue with the boom, I think it for what it had me do, then I stop shrinking the fit. I don't announce the park, because stove doesn't need permission. Some spaces I'm meant to be temporary, it's staying too long, just comfort in the just stream.
Room too small, I feel scared, think I leave. Saying it, can't breathe, I'll go. Room too small, I feel scared, think I leave. Saying it, can't breathe, I'll go.
Searching first deep ran the clarity, now I see how love to the space. Keep that momentum, strike doesn't disrespect the past, it releases it. I don't burn bridges, I outwalk, I'm crying. This fresh, there's a rush that waves and it prepares to next fashion. I barely what works me, both doesn't without drama. The bullet getting family, other just to see that it's design. No one ever moved big rope, isn't betrayal. It's physics, mass increases volume, require that I'm done, pretending otherwise.
Room too small, I feel scared, think I leave. Saying it, can't breathe, I'll go.
How long?
Room too small, I
Feel
feel
gone.
scared, think I leave.
Gonna happen.
Saying it, can't
Before the
breathe,
lecture only
I'll
means.
go.
My sin that's popping like a riot in a tight back block. Brainwaves screaming like a chain that's ready to shock. Thoughts march heavy like boots on a concrete clock. And I flip every single to the whole street rocks. I'm a mind-born rebel with a cortex blade. Ideas cut sharp through the traps they made. I turn fierce whisper to a war parade and drag my doubts to the barricade. Neurons flick like torches in a midnight fight. Sparks crack loud as they burn through night. I swing my chaos like a fist in flight and break they silence with a mental strike. Brain fire rising in the back alley storm. Synapse soldiers lined in the store to form. I tell the order they call the norm and let the rivalry shape my form.
Like the sin of start the fight, riot rising through the night. Push the fear into the light, uprising born from inner spite. Crash the silence, burn the chain, let your mind ignite again. Through the riot, break the pain, uprising in your mental vein. Yeah. Like the sin of start the fight, fight. Like the sin of start the fight,
Now my synapse rally like a mob set loose. Thoughts kick back like a shotgun boost. I storm my limits like a barricade truce and tear the chains that my past produced. Brain shock swings like a bat in the street lit haze. Mental riot roaring in the fireblaze craze. I break the rules in 1,000 ways and run my war through a neural maze. Cortex cracking like a bottle on a riot shield. Anger forged to a force revealed. I steal my power from the pain unhealed and swing my trauma like a battlefield. Neural storm slip like a Molotov field. Burning through fear in a blazing spark. I carve my rising in the deepest dark and paint rebellion is my trademark. Yeah. Synapse marching like a renegade choir. Mind in flames, but I climb high. I riot hard through the muck and mire and turn my struggle into love. Synapse marching like a renegade choir. Mind in flames, but I climb high. I riot hard through the muck and mire and turn my struggle into love.
like the sin start the fight. Dread rising in your eyes. Break the fear that used to rise. Uprising set to mobilize. From the ashes clean the fight. Tear the dark apart with light. Riot born from in this night. Uprising now. Ignite. Like the sin start the fight. Uprising now, ignite. The moment the beat settles into a steady pace, I accelerate past it, stacking syllables faster than the rhythm expects, placing emphasis earlier than the grip predicts, until the instrumental sounds like it's following the echo of a voice that already moved on. And while the tempo keeps ticking forward at the same measured rate, my cadence flickers drip. I leave the tempo behind me too, because the moment the beat settles into a steady pace, I accelerate past it, stacking syllables faster than the rhythm expects, placing emphasis earlier than the grip predicts, until the instrumental sounds like it's following the echo of a voice that already moved on. And while the tempo keeps ticking forward at the same measured rate, my cadence in splits those ticks into smaller units, compressing more articulation into each second, until the beat feel like it's trailing behind the delivery, like it's trying to catch up to a flow that refuses to align itself with the pace it was given. And I don't slow down to match the rhythm's comfort zone. I push ahead to deliberately create that slide gap between voice and tempo that makes the track feel urgent, makes the groove feel reactive, makes the rhythm sound like it's chasing rather than leading. And every time the drums repeat their pattern, I've already crossed it into the next phrase, already stepped beyond the current bar, already placed my emphasis somewhere the tempo hasn't reached yet, because I don't treat the beat as a driver of motion, I treat it as a backdrop that I can move beyond. And the faster I articulate, the more the tempo sounds distant, like it's lagging a step behind the pressure of the flow. Tempo slow, I go, leaving below. Still tick tock, I run, leave the tempo out. I leave the tempo below me too, because I don't wait for the rhythm to guide my pace, when I can set the momentum separation, just enough to make the listener feel like the voice is always a step ahead of the beat. And the separation builds tension, cause the rhythm sounds steady but the cadence feels faster, sharper, more urgent. And I don't collapse that gap by slowing down, I widen it, I tighten the articulation, I compress the phrasing until the tempo feels like it's trailing behind the words, like it's reacting to a force that already moved past it. Every time the measure resets, I'm already beyond that reset point, already into the next sequence, already placing stress ahead of the pulse. Cause my flow doesn't rely on the tempo for direction, it creates its own direction. And the more I push forward, the more the beat sounds distant, like it's echoing from behind a voice that refuses to look back.